Alright, Skull Nation, thanks for being with me. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, like, comment, and share this content. Skull, baby. Welcome, Vikings fans, new Vikings fans, old Vikings fans, fans that are not Vikings fans, but just like hearing about the Vikings, because we are the new hottest, not even the new, we're the hottest team in the NFL right now. Welcome everybody to Talk Vikings with me. Let's talk some Vikings. We got the Bills. We got them. We finally got them little. I've been saying it for weeks. I want the Bills. We want the Bills, and we finally got them. You know what I mean? And we are the best. I can say the Vikings are the best. Like I can look around the league. I haven't felt like this for years. Okay, for years. There's not a team in the entire NFL that I think we can't beat. This could probably be our year. This could be it. I'm telling you, we ain't even reached the playoffs yet. Now, things could happen, injuries can happen, God forbid. But this is the year. Like I'm feeling like 2017 again. There's not a team that I think we can't beat. Even in 2017, there were some teams where it was like, the way Tom Brady was playing, the way them Eagles was playing. Even that Saints game, we should have lost to the Saints, but we had the Minneapolis Miracle. Even though we had a great team, but this season, I feel different. This season, I feel like that 98 seed. Like I feel different this season. It's just the way they're playing on both sides of the ball. The way Kirk is the new Kirk. The way JJ is balling. The way that defense is balling. The couple of pieces they added, Chandon Sullivan. Zadarius Smith, the way they're balling, and that chemistry they have, the way the guys love each other, the way they talk about each other, the way the team is flowing, the way they play, and then the Coach O'Connell, like just everything from top to bottom, man. I mean, it's just a different feeling, and I've never felt like this for like the last few decades, maybe. First, the only team that come close, that 09 team. When we had Brett Favre, that team, the 2017 team, and like back to 98, so this is a very special year, people are placing teams like the Eagles over us, like Come on, we're better than the Eagles. Come on, man. That week 2 game, that was a whole different team. The way we played them, the schemes and the whole soft coverage and the shell coverage, as you want to call it. Like I don't see that anymore. I see man zone. I see man coverage. I see zones. I see Donatel mixing it up. I see blitzes that's disguised as coverage plays, but they're actually blitzes. I see guys creeping up to the line like they're about to blitz when they're actually dropping back. I didn't see that in the Philly game. But, I digress. I don't get how, I guess whatever, because we lost to Philly. But Philly just lost to the Commanders, a team that we beat the previous week, the week right before they played Philly. We beat them in Washington. And Washington beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia. Like none of that counts. All right, whatever, man. Let me not spend too much time talking about this, because we are here to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. And it's crazy to me how, what I'm saying, I guess, because they beat the Vikings, whatever, I guess. But let's talk about the Cowboys. Another Another thing I don't get: the Cowboys are picked. You know, they're supposed to beat the Vikings by the experts, by some kind of a analytical data. Like, how? How? After we just went to Buffalo and beat the Bills in Buffalo? And it's always like, oh, well, you know, the Vikings. And I kind of heard, you know, I did some research, some listening to some podcasts. And, you know, I did a few listening. I listened into a few sports show and your ESPNs and your NFL networks. And, you know, word in the street is, you know, after a big game, and I guess, you know, there is evidence of that. But this is a new season, I tell you. A new season. But I guess after, you know, we beat... after the Minneapolis Miracle here in Minnesota against the Saints, we went down to Philly and got our butts whooped. After we beat the Saints, I mean, again in the playoffs down in New Orleans, we went and laid an egg on the road to San Francisco that year. And I guess there's a couple other times, you know, after the Vikings had some big wins, they always just lose, you know, in a weird, crazy fashion to another team that's equally matched or that got great players. But like, yo, all those datas and statistics and the analytics, like no, fam, this is a new year. This team right here should be undefeated right now. It's just wins after wins after wins. At what is that? 8 wins or 7 wins in a row. Because we're 8-1. So, and we had a win previous to our one and only loss. But who the Eagles playing this week? Whatever, forget them. But I know they got a few more losses. They gotta go play the Packers. The Packers are a weird team because like they just beat these same Cowboys last week and then they go get spanked by the Titans. Speaking of the beating the Cowboys, these Cowboys are picked to beat us, but they got spanked against the Packers. And everybody's like, oh, well, it's the Packers, you know, it's Aaron Rodgers. He can lose a lot, but he can still be resurrected. He can resurrect his team, and he can go on a winning streak. What happened? They get spanked by the Titans. They were all like, I hate that team. Oh, my God. Like their fans are all over Minnesota, and I know our fans are all over Wisconsin too. But you know, so the hate is mutual. Okay, there's no love lost among the two sides. But you see what side I'm on. But anyway, so like the Packers should have lost like 6 games in a row, 7 games in a row. So the Cowboys kind of give them a, you know, the Cowboys made them feel good about themselves, and then the Titans brought them back to reality. So out of all these games that they've lost in a row, the one and only win they get is against these damn Cowboys. And the experts picked them to beat us at home after that last week because of some analytical data. Give me a break. But whatever, man. We'll get into it. You know I gotta go into a few of my points here. Man. Number 1. Okay. Well, that was number 1. The Cowboys were picked to beat us because of some analytical data. Because the Vikings did this after they do this after every big win or whatever. Forget that. Like whatever. We're not gonna lose to the Cowboys. No. Not that Vikings team, no. Anyway, whatever. You know what's interesting? My next point is I just found it interesting how, you know, Justin Jefferson is going against the 2 Diggs brothers 2 weeks in a row. Well, he didn't really go against Stephon like how he's gonna go against Trayvon. You know, physically he's gonna go against Trayvon. Like Trayvon's a cornerback on defense, but Stephon, you know, is like a kind of a, you know, receiver against receiver. And Stephon Diggs had a great catch too. He had a one-hander, but like his one-hander was not Justin Jefferson's one-hander. Like, come on. Right when I was thinking, like, oh my God, Stephon Diggs is gonna show out. He just showed out for this game. He just made my guy. JJ comes back like, it's not going down like that. I got something to say about that catch. I have mine of my own, sir. And delivered in the critical moment. You know what? I can talk about that all day. I've already done it in the post-game video of last game, so I don't want to get into that again because I'll ruin this whole video with just that. But whatever. So he beats one Diggs brother. Now he get to go against Trayvon, the cornerback. Now I know they're gonna have Trayvon on Justin Jefferson because that's their best cornerback. He always last year he had like an interception every game for like the whole season almost. Like, I think there was a record. He's got some interceptions this year. I think he's got close. How many interceptions? It's close to 10, but it's less than 10. I know that. So he's a great corner. He's their best corner. They're gonna have him against JJ. I already know that, but I know deep down in my hearts of hearts, deep down in there, that JJ is gonna come up victorious again against another Diggs brother. So it's going to be 2-0 against the Diggs, and it's something they're going to have to talk about around family dinner during the Thanksgiving or whatever, if they don't play, or around Christmas or whenever they get around, spend some family time. I know Justin Jefferson is going to be a big topic because he's been a nightmare for the Diggs family. You know what I mean? So hopefully JJ does his thing against Trayvon, man. So he's 2-0 against the Diggs brothers. Let's get into football. Okay, so these Dallas Cowboys, right? They have a I like their defense. They have an all right defense, have an all right offense. It's kind of been the quarterback play that's been kind of messing with them because Dak's been injured. But Dak is back. Even in his return, he throws 2 picks against the Packers, and they loses that game. So yeah, this is the next game. The Packers already played because they played a Thursday night game, so their week is over. They don't play again until next Sunday. They were the first game of the week. So this is Dallas's next game after that loss to the Packers, and it's us. So I'm gonna look for Dak to kind of bounce back. But listen, man, I don't care how good they are. They're not better than the Bills, and we just went and beat the Bills. They're like number 1 in sacks and all of this. Our offensive line do gotta watch out though. Like, they do gotta watch out. I hope Christian Darrisaw is playing. He's been limited in practice. Don't know what's going on there. We know Dalvin Tomlinson is not playing again. We so need him against that Dallas offensive line. Tiny Dantzler is still injured, and then Caleb Evans, he had a concussion, so I don't know what's going on there. So it's going to be Andrew Booth Jr. I don't really trust him. He's a great corner, but they were kind of picking on him a lot in that Buffalo game. Excuse me. They were kind of picking on him a lot in that Buffalo game, so I don't really trust him, but he's got a little game experience. So we'll see what he do. We'll see how he does. But I like a Caleb Evans. That kid he's nice. And Booth Jr. was selected in the 2nd round. I think Caleb was 4th round or something, or probably like 5th or something. But that's how I sometimes play out. Like a later round player can play better than an earlier round player. You know what I mean? It doesn't really happen like that all the time, but it is possible. And I think we're seeing it going on here in the Vikings organization between those two Evans. I personally like a Caleb better. Andrew Booth Jr. has to show me, because he was injured, so we'll see how he does. He's supposed to be better, but I like Evans better. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. They're both pretty young. They're both, first-year players, and they don't have a ton of game experience. But we'll see how it play out. But we do have cornerbacks, and the boy, what's his name, Duke Shelley, activated from the practice. He's pretty good too. He made a big play against Buffalo. It was on like a 3rd down. Josh Allen was going for a touchdown. It was a touchdown breakup right before the Pat P interception to seal it off. If he doesn't break that play off, we loses the game. So that was a nice PBU, you know, in his defense. So we have depth at the cornerback spot, like good players too. We have depth in defense, period. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. But, you know, on defense, if we could blitz them, both sides of the ball, if we can control the line of scrimmage, as always, which I think, you know, well, I don't know, we don't have Dalvin Tomlinson, but we do have a great line. You know, depending on the packages that's coming in, we're not playing in the 4-3, we're playing in the 3-4. But depending on the packages, if they're gonna send a nil, if they're rushing Zedarius, if they're dropping back, you know. But I like our line against their offensive line. So if we can win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, but I'm talking defense right now. Win the line of scrimmage, you know, blitz Dak, confuse him, and, you know, have great cornerback play. Now, Pat P don't move around like how other cornerbacks do, like how the Rams do. What's the boy name? Here it goes again, forgetting names. Jalen Ramsey, like how the Rams does Jalen Ramsey and move him around all the time. We don't have that system where Pat P gets moved all the time. So I think they're gonna pick on our young corners. I'll see how Donatel adjusts to that, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be, you know, it's honestly, these are pretty evenly matched teams. They have a great running game, great running back. We have a great running back. Speaking of their running back, Zeke is limited. He was limited this week, their best running back, but Tony Pollard, he's a monster too. You know what I mean? So we got to stop their run. You know, it's pretty evenly matched teams. Great running game for both teams. Great receivers. Well, their receivers are not like JJ. I think we have the better receiving core. But you get what I'm saying. And then they have a great defense too. They have great cornerbacks. You know, Trayvon Diggs. They have a great pass rush, like how we got Daniil Hunter and Za'Darius Smith. They have Michael Parsons. He's like one of the best pass rushers in the league. They lead the league in sacks. So we definitely have our hands full. But I trust the boys. What I just saw against Buffalo, come on, man. I'm pretty sure we're going to have, you know what I'm saying, some plays schemed up. We're going to have, you know what I'm saying, on offense and defense, we're going to have some great schemes to go against, you know, what they got to offer us. Hopefully they watch some films, figure some stuff out on both sides of the ball, you know. But even though the Cowboys are a scary team, and they honestly, they should have beat the Packers, but, you know, Dak threw 2 picks. Can't win with that. Only Kirk Thuggins. Kirk Thuggins. I like Thuggins better with the chains. Kirk O'Bangs and Kirk Thuggins. I like Thuggins better. Only Thuggins get away with that. Only Thuggins can get away with that. That's how great the boys are playing this year. All right, so and then on offense, win the line of scrimmage, obviously, like I said, on both sides of the ball. And then you have to activate Dalvin Cook. Activate the chef. Activate Chef Cook. And as you can see, he's not getting as much as carries like he's been during the last few years. And I know that's the doing of Kevin O'Connell. You know, he don't want to overwork Dalvin Cook. We have another great running back in Alex Madison, and Dalvin Cook is such a great player. He just don't want to overwork him. You don't want to risk any injury. He has been injury prone during his career. Last week, just 18 carries. He still was over 100. You know, it was like a buck 18, a buck 11, something like that. It was less than a buck 20. But, you know, so activate Dalvin Cook in the screen game, in the running game, whatever plays you got for him. Mix it up with some Alex Madison. Win the line of scrimmage. And, you know, our receivers, we have to scheme them open. We have too many great receivers from Jay, because we know JJ is gonna he's gonna attract a lot of attention. That's what I'm trying to say. So that can open up our other receivers. We have a big, great target, a big, great tight end now in TJ Hawkinson. I mean, like, I haven't felt this way about a team by the Vikings team in a while. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? So there's weapons everywhere. It's just that offensive line I'm worried about. We need Darius Saul in there because what's his name? Mike Remmers or whatever. He came in and did pretty good against the Bills, but he's no Christian Darius Saul. We need Darius Saul in there. Hopefully he gets to play. That's what I'm trying to say. And even though we don't have Dalvin Tomlinson, but we can go one more game. We beat the Bills without him. We need him, but we can win without him. We've beaten the best team in the league without him. You know, so we can go without Dalvin Tomlinson, but we need Christian Darius. We need him to protect Kirk's blind side. That's his blind side. You know what I'm saying? And even if they double team JJ, which is what I'm anticipating, if they double team JJ, or if he gets all this extra attention, I mean, we have Adam Thielen, we have TJ, and we have KJ. Okay, so we have the J's, and then we have Adam. You know what I'm saying? We also get CJ too, the fullback. Ooh, I know O'Connell will try to use him, figure out some ways to use him. But I love how we're balling right now, man. I love the chemistry. I love how we're rolling. I love how the players are being utilized on both sides of the ball. And this is another winnable game. Let's go 9-1, and we're at home. The next, 4 or 5 is at home. I mean, 5 games are at home. I mean, we can easily go on another streak, or lose just one more. I mean, there are a lot of people who's like, okay, well, they're 8-1 now, so they're gonna lose a few more. They could easily go the rest of the season another, undefeated, or how many games we got left? 8-1 right now, so we played 9 games, and it's a 17 games. All right, so we got 9 more games. We can easily go another 8-1. We can easily go another 8-1. We can end up or 7, or we have 8 more games left. Right. Because we've played 9, and there's a 17-game season. So we can go 7-1. We can go 7-1, and what if we end up 15-2? 15-2, them boys, them purple and gold boys. But you never know, man. I mean, this team is balling, and you know what's scary? They are only getting better. This is crazy. How do you beat the Bills like that and you're still not playing at your best? Ridiculous. Crazy. Ridiculous. Crazy. I smell that trophy, man. I smell that trophy. I'm telling y'all, if we go to the playoffs, go through the playoffs and win the Super Bowl, that is going to be the hottest winter in Minneapolis. And I don't care. I'm not talking about the weather. I don't care how cold it is outside. That'll be the hottest winter in Minnesota because we're going to go crazy. We're not going to tear up our city like Philly, but it'll be just crazy downtown. It's going to be, I've been in Minnesota people. It's going to be a bunch of people without their shirt on in the middle of February. Yeah, it'll be nuts. It'll be nuts. But yeah, man, confuse Dak. Let him throw a couple more picks. Not Adam Thielen. Patrick Peterson and Harrison Smith, they have this thing where they're going games back to back with 2 picks each. I don't know if y'all are noticing that. If Pat P doesn't have a 2-pick game, it'll be Harrison Smith having a 2-pick game. So 2-pick game here and there. You know what I'm saying, for the guys, man. But I'm gonna end it here. I'll catch you guys after the game. Skol, baby. And we are beating those Cowgirls. Peace out.